As soon as my phone hit 15%. So this is gonna go great. Hi, my name's Alyssa. This is my channel Black Diamond Commentary. I'm not really making this for like views. I'm simply studying marketing and I need a way to remember things. And the way I remember things best is when I'm teaching it. It's kind of hot, so I'm gonna put my fan this way. So I'm not really looking for like subscribers or likes or whatever, but I mean, I will be doing this often, and if you like want to study with me, if you want to see, if I'm going to be doing it flashcard style. So I mean, you're not gonna be able to read them because I have horrible handwriting, but I'll say them out loud and I speak pretty clearly. And even though I'm a marketer, I'll be doing subjects like marketing, PR, business, because of the stuff I have to take as a marketing major. So maybe you're thinking about going to marketing, but I've realized that there's a lot of marketing like how-tos on YouTube. And if there are, they're not very like, they're like, what is marketing? And not more like studying marketing, which would be helpful. Like math, they have a lot of tutorials on this is y equals mx plus b, but they don't, tell me what is the first step in developing an advertisement and promotion. They just kind of say, if you're thinking about marketing, get ready to study this and study this, but not actually like hoping you study it. So, this will help me, and maybe in turn it'll help you. So here we go. So I'm going to put them in two categories. This is my first time going through my cards after writing them. So I'll probably get a lot of them wrong, and I'm sorry. But hey, the best way for if this is going to be something that helps you guys is like to get a notebook pad or like something and just count out how many you guys got wrong or got right. And then I'm going to go through it multiple times till I get everything right. And then that'll be this video. It's going to be like really long because this is just 4 chapters worth. And it's pretty darn thick. And this is just terms. It's not even examples. It's not even like everything. So this is probably going to be multiple videos. And I'll try to upload, again, not doing it for subscribers, but I mean like I'll probably upload 20 minutes at a time, maybe. So maybe I should stop talking since I'm already at 3 minutes. So here we go. What is the first step for developing advertisement and promotions? Consumer research, I'm pretty sure. It is consumer research. So I'm going to go ahead and say, if you don't know anything else about marketing, consumer research is going to be a thing that you're going to hear often, especially with my professor, Professor Adams. She's very much about the research. She just, if you don't consumer research, you're going to do everything wrong. Trust me. All right. What is his third step? So a lot of these, by the way, I'm going to explain. The reason these are not like step 1, step 2, step 3 is because she doesn't ask it like that. She's like, what is step 7 in this process? She doesn't ask you like in order. So I need to be able to be like, okay, I know that 3 is this and 7 is this and 1 is this, even if they're not in order. So developing ads and promotion, step 3. Creative development, I think. Yeah, so creative development is actually starting to create the ads in the media. So this is right pile. I'm gonna put so you guys can see my hands. Like this is gonna be my right pile, and this is gonna be my wrong pile. Developing ads and promotion step. I promise you I randomized these. Developing ads and promotion step 2. This is creating a creative brief. So the reason I remember this one so well is because I used to work at an advertisement agency. Well, a graphic design agency, and I shadowed for a creative agency called Cayenne in Alabama. That's where I'm from. You're not gonna be able to hear my accent. Sorry, but so I did actually get to see and create and go through multiple times a creative brief, and so when it brought up in class, I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't gotta study it, but I'm still gonna study it. So that's what a creative brief is. Basically something that holds every person that this goes down through responsible for their section. So like step 1, creative consumer research. The creative agency holds the person they're working for, the person they're doing the ad for, responsible for giving them correct consumer research. Because if you're like, hey, I'm making an ad for this type of person, and then we give you an ad that targets that type of person, you're like, no, that's not the person I wanted. I'm like, okay, well, we can only do as much as you give us. And so basically it's like, this is the thing that makes sure that like if this doesn't get done correctly, we know who to blame, basically. Like I said, this is gonna be a lot of teaching. because it helps me remember. Contract manufacturing. So this is part of global marketing, which is what I want to do. And I think this is when a company hires a foreign distributor to produce their products and services. Yes, I am right. Okay. So basically, it's a lot cheaper if you're going global market, it's a lot cheaper to not have to send stuff from your America, and you just want to sell stuff in Dubai. It's way easier to make things and sell things in Dubai without a whole plane or train, or you can't really train your way to Dubai. Okay, but you get it. Another mode of transportation that you have to pay for. It'd just be easier to make it there and sell it there. And so some people do contract manufacturing so that they make their product and services there. All right, direct and digital marketing. It's going to be one of the things I get wrong. Okay, I don't remember. So I'm going to just read it. Engaging directly with targeted individual consumers for immediate response and cultivate lasting consumer relationships. Again, I'm not going to really show it because I write my notes in very much scripted, hieroglyphics, and no one's gonna know what I'm saying. All right, so we'll come back to that. Public relations, PR. You think as a person who's got a minor in PR, I would know this already, but I don't. So here's the definition. Building good relationships with the company's various publics and handling or heading off unfavorable rumors, studies, and events. So how I am going to probably remember this is that this is like Olivia Pope. So like building good relationships between her clients and their audience. And if something bad is happening, she likes to know beforehand. If something bad has already happened, she handles it. It's handled. And it's always good to have examples because my teacher very much loves examples. And I'm probably going to use this example on the test. And I think she loves creativity. She loves when people answer differently. So I'm probably going to use Olivia Pope as a PR, even though I don't think she's actually a PR person. I think she actually studied law. But anyway, personal selling. Don't know it. Okay. Actually, I probably did know this. I shouldn't have guessed, and I have a huge trouble. I shouldn't have guessed that I didn't. But it's personal presentation by the firm's sales force for the purpose of making sales and building customer relationships. So basically, it's like presenting is your job. It's just to take the firm's product and take it up to people and be like, this is our product, this is our benefits, this is, it's the same thing. It's kind of like, creating an ad, but it's more like people go out personally and say, this is why you should buy a product, this is why, not an ad saying this is why you buy a product. It's like, it's a very personal thing. But I guess it's called personal selling. Sales promotion. I'm pretty sure this is when a company tries to incentivize people to buy their product in the short term by offering sales, like buy one get one free, and coupons in order to get revenue. Yeah, I just wrote short-term incentives, which means that this was the more important part. So yes, I added a lot more to that than I needed to. So basically, I gave you examples like buy one get one free. And I just remember that because every time I go to Payless, they always have a BOGO sale. And I'm like, okay, doesn't seem like this is a short-term thing. Advertising. This is actually a lot more complicated, so I'm going to just read it. A non-personal that promotes ideas, goods, and services. So it's a non-personal type of ad. So it's like what you see on TV, it's like they don't personally go to you and say, you should buy this. They just go, they hope that their ad is good enough to get you to go buy their idea, their goods, or their service. And I know what you're thinking, how do you go buy an idea? I'm not quite sure on my own, so I didn't get that right. Promotions. I'm going to also read this one to make sure I have it right. advertising, personal selling. Okay. So this is the stuff underneath advertising. So underneath promotion. So we have the marketing mix, or the 4 P's, which is promotion, place, price, and product. And underneath them, they have individual things that go with them. And this one has 5 things. It has advertising, which is the one I just did there. Personal selling, which one I already did. Sales promotion, which one I already did. Public relations. And so the ones I just did go under promotions. So yeah, didn't get there. Ads appeals should be meaningful, distinctive, and there's one more that I can't remember. I can't remember the third one. Believable. So basically it's like, have you ever seen like the Puppy Monkey Baby kickstart? Like, it's very distinctive, but in order to have a really good like ad, you should have all 3. It should be meaningful and believable. And it's not believable that a puppy could be a monkey and a baby. And it wasn't very meaningful. I mean, how meaningful can you be when you're an age drink? You know, so if ads aren't like this, a lot of people don't like the Puppy Monkey Baby ad, to my knowledge, the people I've talked to about it. And so, yeah. I forgot the last one, somebody put it in the wrong pile. So, objective and task method. Okay, so this is frig. I know this. I know it. I really do. I'm going to read it. Okay. Defining specific objectives, determining the tasks that must be performed to achieve the objective, and estimating the cost of performing these objectives. So basically, it's a form of like, marketers get only a certain amount of money in order to make the ads. And so this is one of the ways you can do it. There are other steps too that I think are about to come up. And one is the objective and task method, where it's like, okay, boss, we have to increase our revenue by 5%. And in order to do that, these are things we have to do that through the marketing. And it will cost about this much to do these things. So this is how much money I'm asking for, basically. And then they'll go, okay, in order to complete our objectives, I'm going to give you that much money so that you can do those tasks. So yeah, I didn't remember. Competitive parity method. So this is where I call this the jealousy method because it's basically when you set your price tag that your boss gives you, your CEO usually, or your CFO, and go, okay, well, let's say I'm Starbucks. I can't remember another coffee, so I'm going to say, let's say I'm McDonald's, and Wendy's is using $10 million in order to create an ad campaign. So can I also get $10 million so I can have an ad campaign? This is how much my competitors are using, so I'm going to use it too. Match the budget of the competitor. Yes. So I call it the jealousy method because, like, well, she is getting like a bunch of boyfriends. I'm getting none, so I think she get a boyfriend. I don't know what was the example that came to me. All right, percentages of sales method. So this is another way of asking your boss for money to create ads, which is you go into him and say, okay, this is how much we're currently making or we're projecting to make. If I get only like 10% of this, can I get 10% of this? So like it's percent. It literally is the percent of the amount of sales you made or are going to make. Yep. Setting a budget. Affordable method. I don't remember this one. Okay. So this is usually for small